All right, what is up, everyone? Inori back at it again with another in-depth jungle video. This one's gonna be our girl Rek'sai, and I'm gonna pretty much show you guys the general vibe of how we're gonna be playing Rek'sai and important things about jungle and the role itself. For starters, I've been switching more to red Pokemon. I think either red or green is the best. I like red because you can apply it on your Q when you're poking, which gives you a longer duration on your ulti, which is really nice. But also it's just more poke damage. Green is okay because it's just a fat shield. So build paths, you have like Stride or Eclipse. I think these are like your only two options. Personally, Stride is just a much better consistent build. You can go Stride into Cleaver or Stride into Spear of Sojin. Those are like both fine builds. I prefer Spear of Sojin, but if they're like beefy like this game, you probably end up going Cleaver. And general goals when you're playing is to just be farming and gank when it's good for you. So here, the target aggro is so funny. The good thing now, jungle clears are like really much more healthy, so you don't have to worry about HP as much. You just can sustain quite well. So HP is not much of a threat. Personally, the games I find to be the most successful on Rek'sai, because of the nerfs, like your movement speed is not that good. You have to be like really, you have to be very farm oriented. Much more than you're probably used to, so you just have to have the farm mental. Usually you probably have like a gank mentality, but you have to have a farm mentality. But you can also gank when it's good for you and all that kind of good stuff. Like, it's not like I don't gank. I just, when I comes to like ganking, I try to I just try to be very creative and intelligent about how I gank. So here I probably can't make it in time, so I just want to see if they're gonna play up on tower, or they base in that ward like this. We can definitely chase them down. So would have loved that kill, but experience is okay, flash is okay. See, that's like that's a pretty free gank, I'll say, right? Because I had a ward there. If there was no ward, I wouldn't really commit that hard because I feel like she could just leave and I don't want to waste time, right? You don't want to waste time as a jungler, especially as a farming jungler, right? It's even more important. But usually when I get my 3 camps like that, I always just kind of play for that level 3, and then if there's nothing after that, I activate farm mode. Like right now I'm in farm mode, which is perfectly okay. I want to be a little careful not to die for crabs too. And there you go, level 4. You become a much stronger champion. The Rek'sai level 4 is actually quite good. So we play for crabs or wolves are up, but it's not that important for us to clear. We're just gonna look and see the situation in our lanes. Personally, I think killing the bot again while they're both immobile is just really good. The only problem is if Lee Sin is trying to counter gank this, but he's topside, so I think we're just in a free situation. So, I mean, immobile champions, why do? We want to always gank. Save my E there for that kind of like burst damage. Mostly I was trying to, like, you know me, I was trying to get the last hit. They can push without me, so I don't worry about that. And now we just go back to where we started. I kind of punish the champs that are just like so easy to kill. Here, there's options. Recently, I kind of go for like the D-Blade buy. I find it very powerful. I think D-Blade is really good. So I go D-Blade with the pickaxe. If I can't get the pickaxe, then I just skip the D-Blade. But I always find my window to get it. D-Blade's just really important to have as a jungler. People say like don't like you don't delay your mythic, but no, you should get it. It's just such a good item. It gives you this just power difference. Like, it's just important to have. I do it on like almost every AD jungle. But pickaxe plus this is better than like a whip. Even if you just count the damage, like I get 35, 100 HP plus Omnibam. Insanely good, insanely good. So here I just like kind of like default to farming now. I could gank here, but this gank is just more about if this guy plays on tower, which I think he might. But the way he's moving looks like no, he's not going to play. So if he's not going to play on tower, we have no gank options, so we just go farm. Here I don't want to rush into bot ganking because now there's a chance Lee Sin could be like defending it. And if I rush in there, I could just get one shot because they have CC, right? The problem about when you gank like ranged comps is more so that their CC is really annoying. Could be warded here, right? We want to be a little cautious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Grom. And this is a good way to gank. When you're against like ranged comps, for example. I have flash ups, so it's not even a problem. Oh, bro, I messed that up so hard. How did I knock at that knockout? That's worth it anyways. I just like ran point blank into him. I just tanked like literally everything there. Personally, I thought he'd be slower, but Zerker's tier 2. Dude, the Rek'sai, that's the problem with the Rek'sai nerfs. Like, you're so slow. At least when you're 6, you get a bit more movement speed, but it's not much. So I imagine she'll get buffed eventually. But what I was doing was quite good. So I was able to get the Grom too. So here I just want to get 6. 6 is a really big power spike. Killing this guy gets 6 and killing him is really good. I can leash to get 6, so I'm not worried right now. Even just 1 minion dying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go slow here. I should have stole it. But yeah, this is like a generally good early. And once you get 6, you can start kind of forcing maybe more fights, like maybe more objectives. Like maybe I want Herald. Maybe I'm scared to go bot because we talked about earlier. They have a lot of CC. Maybe that's something I want to be worried about. We have Malphite R coming up, so we could probably get a fight going here. So maybe that's something I'm down for. Let's do it, right? Malphite is pushing. We have really good conditions on our R's up. Feeling pretty good. If they come, Malphite R is coming up too. We could easily try to fight them. And Aatrox is dead, right? So these are all good conditions. This is how you have to like approach going into objectives. Is like, these are the conditions I have. There could be a random situation where, for whatever reason, Lee is up here. But I pretty much I was limiting the risk. I was minimizing the risk as much as possible. And walls down. And a lot of it is just doing exactly what I said. Minimizing your risk. Wards are always worth it to kill. Plus you just gotta level up. Here it's like a weird situation where I just want to keep this kind of map control. I want Lee Sin to kind of do something dumb. Ooh, I got that E off. And just as the kick was coming in. Personally, I think I could kill this guy too. But my boy here might not be the strongest. I don't want to take risks. Limiting risk is also important. Killing the U is okay. Sorry, not E. Killing the Lee. Yeah, not Yi. The Lee Sin. Yes. Here I'm farming to see like what I need to get my item spikes. You probably are like, you probably would think about basing. Basing is not bad necessarily, but basing isn't going to pay the bills. Also, I just always like to play towards my mythic items if I feel like there's enough like farm on the map for me to get to it. And I think I can do 2 camps here and then maybe kill the Aatrox for my last bit of money. And with the changes to plates and everything, the early game is not as important to just be milking. Like, you don't want to be investing too much in, like, tower plates are worth less, dragons aren't as valuable. So the game in general is just, like, much lower in that regard. So you have to play around that. Damn, that's so sad. I actually feel like he might be low. Headshot. So if you share plates between 2 people, you see the difference. It's like way less gold. Though plays like this are good, like it's just not like you shouldn't be going for plays like this, but they're not as like crazy as you once thought. First tower is so good to get, like 63 gold split between 2. It's not really that game changing, so. But if you have the opportunity to dive and kill top like this, I went for this play because Malphite R is just so good. Aatrox, you know, he TP'd back. He wasn't even full health because it takes a while to full heal. Right as you base, if you TP, you're not going to be full health. Just kind of like common sense. Here, I just want to check camps, right? Probably drop my wards and switch to like sweeper at this point of the game. And once the stride breaker or sweeper comes into play, the game is just going to be really easy. And here, we just want to see, do we need Tabbies or Merctress? Technically, the Merctress is better, so I'm going to go Merctress. They have a lot of CC. Usually, I go Tabbies if it was like... If it was like one more 80 like auto-based, like if top was more of like an auto-based champion, but Tabbies is not going to help me with him. And Tabbies is good against these two, but Merctress is good against these two, who I think are going to be the problem for me to fight. Like, I feel pretty good into Yasuo. I feel pretty good into Lee Sin, but range champions are always a problem. Because it takes a while for you. Now you're slower as a champion. It can take a while to get there. So here you have 2 options. It's like, do I go bot to fight? Or do I just keep farming to keep myself like in shape? This is always a problem in League of Legends, you realize. Because if you don't go bot, Lee Sin ganks, you feel bad, right? But if you go bot and you get nothing, then you feel even worse. So it's just hard to say. What I do is I farm one side and then I just do whatever. And if it's like, if there's a fight bot, I'll be here. If not, I can just go and base and go top side. So I'm not really... This is ways I find I'm not really missing much. And this just kind of keeps me in the game. And here I just go mid too, and I just kind of keep these sort of pressure positions. I'm not necessarily like me just pressuring like this just gives a good... gives a good option. It just gives a good option, you know? You can heal really quick nowadays on red. We didn't even know Krugs are up. What is happening? We just need a Swain dive going on. Come on, can we get the party going, guys? We got Xerath, we got Swain. I'm sniping them. We got torpedoes coming. Come on. We got torpedoes. There we go. That's what I like to see. Sometimes let them play themselves too. It's a really good win con. But here you probably base. I generally don't stay around to like go for towers and stuff like that. And we still have this beautiful side of the farm to come up. After a really good play like that, I'd most likely activate like farm mode. Usually I go sweeper, but it's not a big deal. So here, obviously, we just want to get this top side. We think Lee Sin might go there, so we're just going to try to capitalize and take over. And if we can stop this Lee Sin from taking our red, it'll be really good. So as we approach this, I usually just Q like this. If he's not here, then he's not here. And I check my other camps. He most likely took it beforehand. Once you get more points into your E, your cooldown drops. The tunnel cooldown drops a lot, so you can kind of set up more kind of like farm-oriented tunnels. I could gank top, but I don't want to lose dragon, so I don't think we should go top side at all. I think this guy can go, but I'm not gonna go. They don't really need me anyways, and I kind of want to play for dragon. I also wanted that crab, but... Zara's there. She really wanted me to. I felt pretty confident going in there because I had flash up, but... It could have been risky. So you just want to combo your smite with your E. The true damage on your E with the smite combo is just almost guaranteed to get it. So you always want to do that with objectives. So for that, you just count the damage, right? So my E does 284. Let's just round it to 300. My smite would do 900. So we can do around 1200 bursts with our E smite together. You practice this on Rek'sai, you should just feel really confident to do Baron 50-50s. I almost always get them too. Especially at 2 items, your smite combo does a lot of damage. So here we're probably gonna go cleaver. Like I said, spears also very good. I just want to play around the map. I want to play around my bot lane. But most importantly, I just want to get the party going. Personally, I think we just kill him. Or just take it slow though. Oh damn. Thought we had enough to kill. I should have went in earlier. Getting hit by that combo was really annoying. Oh no, how did I eat this? Run, my child. I'm gonna head up there. I'll try to redeem myself. I mean, I knew Lee Sin was there, but I think I wasn't expecting to get hit by that Aatrox Q. That was my bad. Should take it slower too. Heralds, when they're trying to charge, they're actually worth a lot of money to kill. So try to kill them if you can. So here I'm just going farm mode, so I'm just gonna be I'm gonna be slowly clearing. And once I clear one side, like that's like the rule you should always have in your head. Like I always be like a one side clear. So I clear one side, okay. And then like look at the map. Is there a play? Do I need to? Is there something I can do? Is there anything urgent? Like these kind of questions. No, not really. Okay. Then I guess I'll see what I can do bot. Looks like bot might be a problem if we don't do something here. So here I just take it slow. Remember last time we didn't really E in time, so here we just want to get our E in. Slow him. And just guarantee that kill. We always want to help sides. If we have mid push, it's really good to go kill the side laner. Because if you have mid push, your bot lane can move first, and enemy bot lane generally won't be able to move. And on general, what I find in solo queue, especially lower, the lower you go, it's more important to just it's more important to try to kill side laners and pick them off than it is to just force like fights mid. It's hard to dive and it's hard to kill mid laners, or not mid laners. It's hard to kill people the tower is alive and they're up here. Because it becomes difficult. Here we're just gonna go cleaver. They have a lot of armor. Though I remember we talked about spears perfectly. A-okay. And generally I followed up with like Sterix third. Once you get the Sterix, team fighting becomes a lot easier. A lot better. But so far the game's going really well. Because we kept our farm so like efficiently, like our Krugs will respawn. And then our Raptors, and you know, we've been able to impact the map quite well. Without missing much farm. Surprised she got that ward off. This guy actually face checking me. We got a runner. Ooh, that was getting a little close. Headshot. Alright, nice. That's an FF. They probably won't FF, but generally that's an FF. I mean, we played that well. We just played it around our damage, our comboing. We try to dodge as many skill shots as we can. You know, it's just a good habit to play quick. So yeah, I was coaching someone the other day and I was talking about how important it is to be a very fast player. Like, even though the actions may seem pointless, like just moving between moving randomly, like when you're fighting, can just have a lot of impact. Though the way I move is not so much random, but it has impact. Alright, game's going well. Honestly, the game, once you get Sterix, is 10 times easier. Like, it's actually, you're able to get bursted until you get that Sterix buy. But when you get to this point, farming is a little slower. Like, you're not super horny about farming. You do want to farm, right? But you're not like super horny about it. But it's good to farm. I swear, randomly, all of a sudden my PC just cannot handle the FPS anymore. Here, we just want to pressure. We want to get outer towers. This tower is worth a lot. If we have a wave, we have Baron. It's very important for us to get this. Because why is this one important? It gives you 550 gold. It's just much more. And then the other towers as well. Same thing we can easily dive to if you try to defend this one. Very nicely done, Inori. Oh, thank you. And when you get Baron, you just want to kind of break towers here. I do want to knock him up, because if I knock him up there, it's just a one-shot. But, you know, you Rek'Sai as a front liner. You have to play her like a front line. You have to play her as like a shield of your team. Though now we're just pushing with no reason. We should be getting this wave so we can get 2. We should be pushing this like this. This is how you want to break it. Getting 2 nibs is super good. Getting 1 doesn't really change that much of the game. Especially the earlier it is. 1 inhib is very ineffective, I would say. There's no reason to push. We have no wave. They're gonna die if they stay. This is how you want to kind of utilize Baron pushes. Sometimes you have to be the commander of your team. I put one of those things in my notes. Like, it's silly, but you do need to be like the ping commander on your team. Like, you have to ping them when they need to base, and when there's shit going on they shouldn't be doing, you gotta ping them and let them know. Here I just do 2 camps, not Krugs, because I just want to get to this wave ASAP. Because we just need to start ending the game here. He thinks he might be able to kill me, but I have Sterix still. Dude, my Zerf could have came and helped me. He thought I was dead, but I was still kicking. My R comes back up because we R'd in a early wave. Farewell. Queen. The Zyra does too much damage when she died. This guy gets baited every time. What? This guy wants to fight it? I don't think he has R. Afterwards, I personally prefer Gargoyle. A lot of times I do Gargoyle. I find it quite strong. I think Malphite should be here, but they have like no win con. Also, we could just go down mid and end. But yeah, usually my Gargoyle would be like my last item or my second last item, and then after that I kind of make it flexible where I build potentially GA, MR. Depends on the game. We have triple inhib, so we should group up. We don't have second TP, so we have to wait. Oh, I guess we're not waiting. Personally, I think just pushing here is fun. Getting on Yasuo is important. Oh, dude, let me get that E off. And also, Xayah, can you just auto them? Yes, thank you. W. E, auto. Oh my gosh, she's autoing. She's autoing. She's pressing right click. She's pressing right click. And the game's over. But yeah, GG. I hope you guys liked that video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't liked the video. I'm going to be uploading a lot of good content now. I'm back in the groove. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.